I said bright enough, perhaps. All right, so this is on reaching 10 counted years of publishing YouTube videos in the Seattle time zone, 2017 to 2026. Today is Saturday, 27 June 2026 AD, and here I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, reflect on reaching 10 counted years, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026, publishing at least 3 videos on YouTube on this channel with the publishing of the video in the Seattle time zone. There's so it's 2017, 2018, 2019. I uploaded and published in this goes back to the initiation of me publishing videos here on YouTube, as I had Apple devices, and when I go into the date and time settings, it'd be like Cupertino time zone, and I was living in Albany, California, and the San Francisco Bay Area, East Bay, and I was like, I live in California, I live in the California Bay Area, and I don't know where Cupertino is, except for it was in like California. And so I was like, you know what? And because of how bizarre and it wouldn't say San Francisco or Los Angeles time zone, it would say Cupertino time zone. So I was like, I'm part of the, if you guys see Seattle time zone in my videos, or I say that, it's because I was like, because of the bizarrity of why is it Cupertino time zone? I might as well put Seattle since that's where I was raised, where I'm from and that kind of stuff. So I was like, all right, Seattle time zone. And so like even uploading videos in because I would go back and visit family in Washington State and stuff in the Seattle area. And so I was like, I'm just going to call it Seattle time zone. So I've stuck with that, and it's the 10th counted year for that. And so there we go, a little bit of background as to why I do that for my YouTube videos. Last year, 2025, it was the 25th or 26th of February. I wrote up some stuff for the video description. You need to go back and check that. I talked about reaching 9 counted years of publishing at least 3 videos per year publicly via / on YouTube, like in general. So this is, and I was like, I could do 10 or I could do 9 in the Seattle time zone. I was like, maybe I'll just do 10 because I have reached 10 counted years overall. And I was like, instead of doing overall, maybe I'll do the time zone because it did factor in towards the beginning and still does matter. And am I ready for Las Vegas? Yes. My off-channel documentation I designed with time zones / time changes in mind. And I did so in 2019, I went to Scotland for a heritage travel trip, and I did deliberately decide not to publish via YouTube videos on my channel for that trip, because I was like, I kind of want to save that for like a dedicated focus. So I did deliberately go, not that trip because I'd like to figure out how to do it kind of like for future heritage travel trips. So that very much mattered there, and has mattered in conceptualization of just like, can I even just put out content? Because I wasn't putting out necessarily a lot of content back into I think it was 3 videos in 2017 or something like that. So like if I wanted to do like multiple videos a day on a heritage travel trip, I was like, I need to improve just baseline YouTubing first, which I have done. And so I can think about return to this time zone thing and be like, I feel more confident. I can do it in one time zone. Maybe I could do it in more than one, that kind of thing, like at the time. And so, and another thing that's mattered here is running in my cardiology self-experimentation here helped me in terms of thinking about or disconnecting from thinking about resting, longevity. So how long I've been going, how many years have I been going? And I found with my running and my cardiology self-experimentation, so cardiology is study of the human heart, and corresponding blood system for what I do. And one thing I notice is I focus on things, but I introduce different self-experiments to change my focus, which allows my brain, my heart, my body, kind of everything to rest when I step away. And be like, revisit something, like kind of hit it, get the base experiment in. Don't lose sight of what's being tracked, but step away from thinking about how long it's been going on to allow myself to rest. And then view something with kind of a fresh take, and allow myself perhaps to have settled or connected some new dots, or be able to, because I have rested, in the longevity space on if I want to continue doing something or stop something. So would this experience be of help for me if I served in the military, army? So kind of think of the running, cardiology, self-experimentation, and then this time zone stuff with YouTube. And I was like, possibly. Time is very, I suppose what I think about time zones, time stamps, date stamps, and I think in the military, things very much run on a clock and very much have geographical importance. And since time zones change with geography, I think possibly it could actually be of help. But that is something that is like, I wonder, I think so. I suppose then publishing in more than one time zone could potentially then be even more like base layer foundational if I were to serve in the army. So there we go. That's on reaching 10 counted years of publishing YouTube videos in the Seattle time zone, 2017 to 2026.